Oh, hi, it's Randy Kelly. I'm on a cruise ship. Ow, my eye is really irritated, so sorry if I'm blinking weird. Sorry if I look weird. Does it look red? Not really, but it's very irritated. This one. Okay, so this story, I have told everybody this story. If you are in my life to any capacity, you've probably heard this story because it's so ridiculous and I had to tell everybody about it. So I was going through a little bit of a hoe phase. I was just on apps, like meeting up with people, talking to people, guys specifically, obviously. Sometimes moments occur in your life and you just can't let them go. You're like, wow, remember that time? I'm going to be telling my grandkids about this one day. There was a guy that I had seen multiple times, decently attractive, but not overly attractive, not like, wow, you're taking my breath away. I don't love the phrase mid because I feel like that's really rude and demeaning. Like if somebody said that I was mid, I would be like, excuse me? Like I would hate that. But he was kind of mid. But he had reached out a few times and there was a specific night where I was just down to hang out. So I was like, okay, so he gives me an address and I'm pretty sure the conversation involved us like drinking. So I knew that was going to happen. So I was like, okay, I'm going to Uber to this address. I give this address to an Uber driver. I assume this is to an apartment or to a house. Like, I don't ask questions. I just assume that. So I'm in this Uber on the way. I have never met this person ever. And we are pulling into Motel 6. He gave me the address to Motel 6. I thought I was going to his apartment. Like, are you serious? You can't even tell me, hey, we're at a motel, we're at a hotel. And Motel 6 is the shadiest place you could possibly go to. There's a difference between going to a hotel and going to Motel 6. It's constant cops there because there's hookers, people on drugs, people doing shady things they shouldn't be doing. So anyway, I show up. I'm like, seriously, he didn't even tell me we were coming here. So I already think this is kind of bullshit and kind of annoying, but I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. So I go in. Here's another thing. Did not tell me somebody else was going to be in the room. There was another guy there. It wasn't just him. He did not tell me anybody else was going to be there. So not only am I hanging out with him, I'm hanging out with his friend who, okay, I'm not going to lie, the friend actually was younger and more attractive than he was. So I wasn't completely opposed to it, but I didn't expect it. Like, why are you not telling me these things? You should be warning me, hey, there's going to be somebody else. Are you cool with that? Hey, we're going to Motel 6. Are you cool with that? So you're really going to judge this story because it's very easy to judge, so bear with me here. Basically, the guy, the friend, was kind of dumb. He was kind of stupid just based on being around him and knowing him in the moment. I was like, okay, yeah, he's dumb, but he's cute. But the main guy that I was meeting up with was fine. He was more level-headed and mature. And we were watching Dahmer on Netflix because it had just come out. It was super popular. I was very into it and they had Netflix hooked up to the TV. So I was like, have you guys seen Dahmer? We should watch it. So it was my idea. And it's funny because when I tell people this story, they're like, it already sounds like you're going to get murdered and then you're watching Dahmer with them. Like, are you serious? I was like, well, I didn't think I was going to get murdered, but they were kind of weird, especially the friend. He was a little off. I probably seem more judgmental than I actually am. I was trying not to judge. I was just like, okay, well, I'm here hanging out with them. So who the fuck am I to judge? Like, okay, they're a little weird, but I mean, I have my moments as well. So, but I didn't fucking know the extent of it. Okay. I didn't know what they were actually up to. I thought maybe they were buzzed. Maybe they were high. Maybe they smoked something. I figured they were like I knew they weren't sober, but so they had a bottle and we were all drinking it. So I got progressively more lit. I did end up hooking up with the main guy that I was meeting up with at some point because the friend had left the room. He went out somewhere. I don't know what he was doing. I don't remember, but I did hook up with the one because that was the intention. Like I was coming to hang out with him. I didn't even know that friend was going to be there. So once he left, I was like, okay, well, this is our opportunity. So we took it. And you know what? It wasn't bad for a Motel 6 situation. You know what? Not the worst. So the friend comes back. I am drunk at this point. We are drinking vodka. I am drinking this disgusting vodka. It was like this cheap vodka, which I'm so used to cheap vodka in my life. I don't give a damn. I'd rather spend my money on something significant that's going to last me rather than alcohol that's just going to go down my esophagus into my stomach and I'm going to piss out. So I don't spend a lot of money on alcohol and I didn't even buy the bottle. Like it was their alcohol that they were sharing with me. Luckily, it wasn't like drugged or something. I was coherent to be like, okay, I don't want to get roofied right now. This is already a red flag. We're at Motel 6. I don't know these guys. So I was like, let's let them drink it and then I'll drink it. And so I did that and it was fine. I was not drugged. Speaking of drugs, at a certain point in the night, I was already drunk. We all were. We had been drinking. And then the friend whips out a meth pipe. I did not know it was a meth pipe. I've never seen one before. I've never smoked meth or been around meth ever. And they whipped out the pipe and they started smoking it. I was like frozen in that moment. I was like, holy shit, I'm around people doing meth right now. Like little Catholic school Randy Kelly is around people doing meth right now. Like I felt so dirty. Like I felt like this is so shameful. Like, ew. I'm not a prude by any means, but like, come on, it's fucking meth. Like we're always taught, don't do meth, don't do heroin, don't do crack. Like don't do that shit. That is bad shit. And yes, they did offer me to do it. And I said, no. I don't care how drunk I was. Not one fiber of my being was inclined to try meth. I was not even questioning it. We make dumb decisions when we drink, right? But I still knew, do not do fucking meth. All it takes is one time and I could be addicted to that shit. And also, I just think it's gross. Like, I was just like, ew, no thank you. We're not doing this. Okay, so a few things were running through my mind in this moment. I was thinking to myself, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here because they're smoking meth in a motel room. If somebody comes in here, they're gonna think I'm part of this and we're all gonna get arrested. My second thought was I'm probably inhaling meth right now. I'm probably getting a secondary high from this because they're just smoking it out in the open and I'm probably ingesting this. I was like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, I just was trying to have a good night and I get put in this situation that I did not want to be in. Like, this is some bullshit. I didn't want to go to Motel 6. I didn't want to hang out with two people. I didn't want to have meth in my presence. It's like, why you gotta smoke that shit? You got a bottle of vodka sitting here. Isn't that enough for you? Like, watch your Dahmer, drink your vodka. In hindsight, it's 2020. It totally makes sense why some of the behaviors that the friend was exuding, it makes sense because he was on fucking meth. I didn't know that at the time. I was like, why is he, like, he was fidgety. And I did kind of think like, okay, maybe he's like on something, but I did not think he was gonna whip out a meth pipe. And people think I'm really wild. I'm really not. I've had my wild moments, but I come from a very conservative background. I've gone to Catholic school my whole life. I've been around very like pleasant people. I was not expecting this. And I was a full ass grown adult. I was not like a teenager or a kid when this happened. I was a grown ass man and this was still shocking to me. I was like, wow, they're smoking meth right there, feet away from me. This is insane. I've never thought I would be in this situation. I've seen people take acid, Molly, cocaine. I've seen people sniff cocaine. That's one thing. But hard shit, like acid at a rave is one thing compared to being in a hotel, Motel 6, doing fucking meth in the corner of the room. Excuse me, while Dahmer's playing on the TV. Like, I did not seek out this situation. I have never willingly wanted to be around people smoking meth, okay, in my life. I just want to make that clear. They weren't doing anything threatening towards me. They weren't forcing me to smoke it or doing anything weird towards me. It wasn't a bad situation. It was bad, but it wasn't like they were doing anything negative to me. Because people on drugs, you never fucking know what they're gonna do. So that could have been a lot worse than it was. Luckily, like, that's why we're talking about it. I didn't expect this situation to be happening. I thought I was meeting up with a guy at his apartment. I didn't think I was going to Motel 6 with two people doing meth. They were not being mean to me or weird or like aggressive. They were pretty normal, but it's like I don't want to be around it. So ultimately I made up an excuse and I left. And yes, I did make out with a friend. Before he was on the meth, we did have a little kissy kiss because I was like, okay, you are cute, I'm drunk, let's kiss. And he claimed he was straight, but he had just gone to jail. Go figure, this all makes sense now, right? He was like, oh yeah, I just got out of jail. And like I said, I was trying not to judge. I was like, okay, he went to jail. I know a few people that have gone to jail. It's fine, but I didn't know what it was for. And he was like, yeah, I'm not gay, but then he made out with me. So it's like, okay, what are you then? Guess it doesn't matter because I'm never going to see them again. The one guy, the less cuter one, he has reached out to me since. This was 3 years ago, and like in that same year, he had reached out to me to hang out again. I just didn't respond because I was just like, let's not put myself in that situation. I love a good adventure. I love a good story. I was like, one time is enough. So that was the time I went to Motel 6 unexpectedly and was around people that were on meth. The gay world is wild. It's wild out here. You got to be very skeptical of the people that you are meeting up with because I think my eye is feeling a little bit better. I think releasing this story from my system has helped my eye feel better. So I'm going to go enjoy cruise life and I will talk to you soon.